In this week's video, I'm going to be gardening. I'm going to be planting flowers. I'm going to be moving furniture. I am going to be pulling pads up off my floor in my kitchen. I am going to be watering my yard. What else am I doing? Just life. Going to the store, picking up some things, taking you with me. So I hope you'll enjoy this week's vlog. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am going to be getting my furniture ready for summer, which I have to move in here because I just put my air conditioner into my house yesterday. And if this chair stays where it is, the air conditioner is right here. It will be blowing on me. And so I'm going to be moving my furniture around. I'll show you how I set up my air conditioner. I'm going to get the pads off the kitchen floor and put the pad that's missing over in that corner, and mopping the floor, vacuuming, doing all kinds of stuff to just make it ready for summer. So I hope you will join me for that. I appreciate you being here. So let's get started. I'm going to have Perry Mason on in the background. So that's what we're going to be watching while I move this furniture around. First thing I'm going to do is empty the floor space in here, and then I'm going to run a vacuum.
Change from the old place.
Why did you leave Crestview City?
Maybe not. Own fault. Besides, I have no choice.
Trying to decide the layout. I'm thinking I'm going to put the fireplace in the corner, and then my table and chairs are going to go right there. And then for the TV, I want to keep the TV over in this area because I get good Wi-Fi reception right there. So I'm thinking I'm going to bring my stand. Well, no, if I do that, then I've got to take something upstairs for the TV up there to sit on. So this is how it looks in the kitchen right now. The next thing to come back out is that table that's sitting on the kitchen table and the kitchen table itself. But I'm going to vacuum again. I just love that look. No footprints on the carpet. If it could just stay like that even when I walk on it, it would be great. Okay, so this is my new air conditioner, and I decided I didn't want to have to remove a window to use it. And that way I can take it out of here when the fall comes and I don't need it anymore. I can put it back in its box and store it until the following season. So the window behind this curtain is wide open back there, see? And then I safety pinned this curtain together. I safety pinned it to this towel right here and over here so that it will function just fine and I can have a cool house. And that's about what I'm doing right now, is getting a cool house. So it's at 78, put it at 76. It's on auto, it's got a remote, and it will just do its thing. It's a little noisy, but all air conditioners are. So, yep, I've got that going now because it's getting really warm in here. But this is the layout, and I just now have to put my decor where I want it, and my home will be ready to go. Oh, it's this that's making that noise. Yesterday, my friend next door was over and I turned the air on after we got it set up. We're sitting and visiting. We're like, what is that noise? And I could not figure out where it was coming from. Down goes the welcome sign. I'll put something else there that won't bump against the wall. Okay, I'm going to finish doing my getting everything set up and decorating. And yeah, I like it. It's functional. It does what it's supposed to do. And my air won't be blowing directly on me, which is perfect. I'm telling you, this heat gun makes quick work of this. Notice how I'm holding it far away from the paper, because if I don't, the paper melts and it loses its ability to tear. Not tear. It'll tear it. It loses its strength, is what I'm trying to say. Goo gone. Figured I'd show you what I'm buying. Whoa. My phone is not in its holder. I got some fabric softener, some bread, some labels. I'm gonna get some mason jars, scratchers, heavy duty scrapers, some actual sugar, 2 of these Chinese noodle veggies. That's it. And peanut, but he's not for sale. I am looking at paint for changing things around. I'm liking this one because it's got a lot of blue in it. But I'm gonna take these samples home and look at them. Picked up some florals, picked up some hummus. What else did I grab? And some goof off to get the adhesive off the walls because the Goo Gone isn't working. I think I'm done. Some mason jars. I bought a new lamp for my bedroom. I really like it. It's a really pretty wood grain with a beige tweed looking lampshade or linen looking lampshade. And I have to cover it, otherwise it's too bright. Well, I have decided I'm not traveling this summer more than maybe a day or two here or there. So I have just left Walmart and I'm gonna do a little container garden. So I will get home and then we'll see what I've bought. My cart only wants to make left-hand turns. Got to get my drill out, drill holes in the bottom of these bins, and I'll tell you the different things I bought up here. There's potting soil. I'll see you when I get home. So I've got pansies, marigolds. I have no idea. It's colored on one side and green on the other. Flowers here. This is another pansy. Canna lilies. Jumping. Oh, I used to know the name of those. Anyway, they're like a weed, but yeah, because they spread out. Some pretty purple ones, some more marigold. Marigold are supposed to help counteract bugs. And then here we have some bib lettuce. Those right here, this is cherry tomatoes, dill, thyme, English thyme, basil, and strawberries. So those are the vegetables. So these are my containers that I'm going to use for my container garden. I have 5 things of potting soil, and I went into Dollar Tree real quick and I picked up a trowel, a shovel, and some gloves, and they actually match. And these were $1.25, and they're nice and sturdy, so that's good. And then I've got my drill so I can drill the holes in the buckets so that it'll drain, and that's what I'm going to do right now. I want to make sure I've got good drainage. Okay, so now that I got my holes, this is how I'm going to do my raised bed garden. Now they are nice high off the ground, and that will work just fine. Spread them out just a little bit. So that's where they're going to sit. They're going to get full sun for the most part, and yeah. So the vegetables, I think I'll put in the blue one, and then the flowers in the green and in the orange. And that's what we're going to do, but first I have to fill them up with potting soil. I thought 5 of these were going to be enough, but it doesn't look like it. It's only covering half of it. So I'm going to open up the others and just pour. You'll see what I'm going to do. Okay, one more bag to go. I thought I was recording. I put the other bag in. Itty bitty haul from Walmart. Hummus, chocolate chips, and stevia, and I bought another bag of potting soil, and I'm headed outside to take care of that right now. I'm thinking this one might be better size for it, so we go with that. Okay, I'm going to put the food in the middle one. So I want more potting soil in here, just to bring it up to higher level. Gosh, that'll do. Hopefully that'll work. It's amazing how much these containers hold. That is 6 bags of potting soil. Yeah, 6 bags. So it's 2 to each container of the 2 cubic feet, I think it is. All right. I hope the food's going to do well. I said I bought lettuce, but it's actually cauliflower, not lettuce. Good thing it had a label on it, because I'd be looking for a head of lettuce and get a head of cauliflower instead. All right. All righty. We're going to plant this stuff. This is the strawberries. Apparently it has to climb, so it's going to go back over here. Put a marigold in. So, a good root system going already. I'm going to plant this right here. put one, let's see, let's put one over here. I love the smell of dirt. I know I said that yesterday, but I love it. Okay, this is the cauliflower. Oh, probably right about there. This is going to be interesting to see how this all goes. I'm excited. And this is the sweet basil. I grew basil one year in my garden. Oh my gosh, it was wonderful. Well, the tomatoes need to be a climbing thing too. Um, didn't think clearly on that one. I guess what I'll do is I'll take this out and we'll put this. And then let's put this here. Marigolds are insect repellents. That's why you put them in with your food. This is sweet thyme. Break up the roots down there. Coal. And then this is the last food product. This is dill. Now I want to break off some of these bad leaves on here. Okay. Drop a marigold in the middle here. This is all going to be flowers now. Well, see, I'm thinking I'm just going to put these right with each other. I don't know though. Maybe they'll do two together. Two there. I love these. They're really pretty. Since I only have one of these, I'm going to put one in each, or two in each one. I had watered these this morning. That's why I'm not putting water in the hole where I'm planting. And then I'll put water on after I get everything planted. I know pansies, they do well with shade. And this does get full sun in the afternoon. So we'll see how they go. If they look like they aren't going to make it, then I will move them. I stopped recording because somebody came through. So I just put a marigold right there. One right here. This, again, I'm praying that this is going to look beautiful as time goes by. It looks beautiful already. Look at that. So in here we're going to put a marigold in the center. These adorable purple plants back here. In this corner. I found a bag of potting soil in my storage room, which I'm really, really glad about. Because in order to plant the canna lilies, I needed more potting soil. I'm just like, I do not want to go back to the store for that. This is the other deep, this is a very deep purple pansy. Let's put that right here. Johnny Jump Ups. I'm really all about the purple flowers. Yes, I am. Johnny Jump Ups are like weeds. I'm gonna put 2 of these in here. This root system does not want to let go of itself. Johnny Jump Up, Johnny Purple Pretty, dark purple. I'll put the other pink one right over here. I think that's all I should put in these. This is what I've got. Marigold, marigold, the Johnny Jump Ups, Johnny Jump Ups, and another marigold right here. Plus I have the canna lily, which I've decided I'm going to put in this pot right here. So I'm going to do that now after I water these. Supposed to give us water control. So if I overwater or underwater, it's supposed to work with that. I won't use the water that comes out of the hose because it's filthy dirty. I need to go fill this back up. Update on the flowers. Flowers are all looking really nice. The dill has just taken off since I planted it. I pulled off the dry stuff the other day. I need to pull these off because these are dry. But look at that beautiful green. Oh, it's just gorgeous. The sweet thyme looking good. Cauliflower's growing. Marigolds look good. The Basil's looking really good. The strawberries seem to droop. They seem to have to be watered a lot, but I don't think this plant is going to make it. It's a tomato plant. I don't know if it's overwatered because I have to water the strawberries so much, but yeah, it hasn't looked good since I pretty much put it in there. And then over here, all of these look really good. I moved my solar light into this planter because it wasn't lighting up at night. I don't think it was getting enough sun during the day. Got my water bottle right there. My little bicycle right there. This is all cleaned out back over here. It looks so much nicer. Got rid of the red chair that was there. Got my whole yard cleaned up. I moved my step stool over here. I'm going to be using it shortly. I bought the rubber, whatever that's called, for these things. The whole trailer needs it done. I just have not done it. Haven't started on that yet. My evergreen is doing well. I've had that since last year. And then look at how pretty these look. I'm really glad I did flowers this year. Doesn't it look pretty? But that dill is like blowing my mind. It is really growing. I have to look up on YouTube when to harvest stuff, how to harvest it, and how to package it for keeping it for a long time, especially the basil and the thyme and the dill. The strawberries, I'll pluck those and eat them right away if I get strawberries. Pray that I get strawberries. And there is the canna lily looking pretty. I have a new screen. I'm going to be putting that up. These plants have been moved out here because they were so full of gnats, that my house was full of gnats, and I used Dawn and water, sprayed everything down, left them out here for a while, took them back in, and I had a gnat, so I brought them right back out. I'm going to take clippings off of them and put them into a jar and grow new plants and just get rid of all the dirt out of these planters, bleach these planters really well, and I'll just store the planters until whenever. Got new duckies, geese, whatever you are. Look how cute. They're still furry. What do you got in your mouth there, Duckbert? Or Geesebert? What you got in your mouth? Looks like big old fangs. So cute. And that's how big they're gonna get. There's a couple more right there. Lovely. Look at the gorgeous mountains. In the shade, getting a little break. I'm gonna blow my kayak up tomorrow. I will not let fear stop me from getting in the water. Nope. I watched some videos on how to get into a kayak, so I've got it figured out. And yeah, it's just too beautiful out here to pass that up. And this is the perfect lake to cruise around on. It's gorgeous. Most of my cards are still sitting in their original positions. One has been picked up. They will be picked up by the right people. Garden update, Friday. There's 2 flowers right there. Those are strawberries. And this deep purple pansy just opened up. It's so beautiful. I wanted to show you what I did with the mason jars and the labels that I bought at Walmart. This cabinet was basically a mess with all the kind of bags, like this kind of bag, flour, baking soda, more flour, oatmeal, all kinds of stuff that were just in here in disarray. So as you can see, there are labels that I bought at Walmart, and there's one kind of pasta, there's another. It's 3 rows back. So there's flour back there. And yeah, I really like this. There's rice, salt, powdered sugar. That is nuts back there. Those are raw cashews. That's like the vegan's dairy. Behind the salt, we got sugar, actual sugar, in case I'm going to make bread ever again in my life. Rice, pasta flour back there. This is spaghetti pasta. This is oatmeal and baking soda back there. So these are the labels that are left over. And I've got, I think, 1 mason jar left out of the 15 that I bought. So I'm really pleased with this system. I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. But yeah, I just wanted to show it to you because, you know, this video is getting really long. And there we are. I didn't get the floor pads off in this video. I'll get them off in the next one. I just ran out of time this week, so those will come off later. Next week, I am going to be doing my April expenses. I hope you'll come and watch that. I was asked to do it every month, so I figured I would do it for a while and see if it still draws an audience. I had to do a lot of extra spending this month, so you're going to want to see what I bought. All right, everybody, that's the end of this video. I hope you really enjoyed it. Leave a comment, leave a thumbs up, share, subscribe. Love you. See you next time.